Chapter 59. The flight to munitions force was long, but the time seemed to race by as the guardians shot over the ground. Each young dragon had a new power and resolve. Behind them, the sun was already rising, but far ahead the young dragons could see the black clouds of ash covering the sky and blocking out the sun. Already, the tiny pieces of basaltic ash were hanging in the air around them. The ancient volcano was still active. Snowflakes danced anxiously as they soared across the early morning sky. The fireblades were both edging for a fight now, and the air around them began to sizzle. Candace had suggested they take the lead and allow the rest of them to fly in the slipstream of the thermals they created. The Ash Dragon flew in front of Tremor, who was the same stern look for the entire flight. He still wasn't fully recovered from his previous bout, so he was going to have to be in top condition for what lay ahead. They all were. Spyro grunted began to regain consciousness. His head was spinning in and his vision went by in flurried flashes. After a while, he shut his eyes tight and struggled to rid the swimming feeling in his head. Feeling a little out of it there, Spyro? The Pearl Dragon opened his eyes. His vision was still blurred and it took several minutes to focus. He was locked inside a cage that hovered approximately 10 feet off the ground. The balls were glowing with green energy, which was flowing into a violet crystal down below. When his sight finally cleared up, he saw Leon staring up at him patiently on the ground below. The Black Dragon smiled when he saw Spyro start to look. What's the matter? Surprised to see me? He gave a mocking laugh. Spyro growled angrily at the Black Dragon. Oh, come now, Leon laughed. You should know better than to waste your energy, young dragon. Maverick's was clearly present in his voice. Spyro wanted to say something touching to the Dark Dragon, but wouldn't give him the pleasure. Instead, he sat back on his haunches and sat staring hard at the Black Dragon. Leon only continued to smile as he paced around Spyro's cage. So bold, aren't we, Spyro? He chuckled. You fight so hard to protect this world, and the ones you care for only to get yourself into silly situations. Just when you think you've brought about the salvation of the world, it plunges to darkness yet again. The Black Dragon stoutly high on top of the cage. His tail switched mockingly in front of Spyro's face. He stared down at him. It's such an ordinary cycle. Don't you find it pointless? That must come like you hangs about, Spyro growled. Leon ignored him. Why don't you just let the Dark Master take over? He waved the twilight surrounding area they were in. It was the same space Spyro had rescued Terror from so many years before when Melfar Cinder acting as his general. You don't have to have the conflict sides battling it out all the time. There are always losses on both sides. And for what? For one to triumph long enough for the other to rise up again? The cycle just never ends. It could if you try hard enough. Spyro glanced up at Leon, who continued to smirk and let his tail sweep from side to side. I don't get you, Leon sighed, shaking his head. You will just die in the dirt working hard for ancestors only know what. Probably something that will just get destroyed over time as it is. I say just give in to the Dark Master while you're still alive and have the chance. Then his eyes began to glow with complexity. Or rather, while your dragon still has a chance. That did it. Spyro launched with Leon through the cage bars. The Black Dragon laughed as he jumped off the top of the cage and landed safely on the ground. Spyro glared daggers at him. Ah, so you do have some fight in you after all. Good, I was hoping that you wouldn't be too boring. With that, Leon leaped down and slammed his tail on the side of the cage. The matter prison flew with surprising speed and shattered against a far wall. The bar shattered and Spyro fell to the ground. As he picked himself up, he laughed. Good job, Leon. You brought your own device. He shook his hand and staggered to his feet. He was already feeling weaker from the power drainage. His scales had diminished brilliance even more and were becoming a deeply faded hue. You think so, do you, Spyro? Leon said as he walked up to him. Look around you. Spyro glanced around. Nothing seemed out of the ordinary until he saw the metal spikes extending towards the ash-filled sky. Now that the cage was busted, Spyro's energy was slowly being drained into the tips that curved over the crater like a cluster of sinister claws. The Pearl Dragon began its pace up before shaking himself back into reality. You see, Leon continued, your power is being drained as I speak. You're miles away from your friends, and Alice with no way out except through me. And since there's no chance that you'd be any sort of formidable match for me, you will have two options left. To join me, or die. It's up to you. The Black Dragon's smugness was beyond irritating Spyro. I'll never join you. Spyro hissed and bolts of electricity crackled angrily around his mouth. And I'll die before I let anyone near Cinder ever again. Oh, I'm sure you don't have to worry about your dear Cinder. Leon laughed. I've dealt with her already. What? Spyro's joints locked in place. Leon held up his tail to show Cinder's blood on his tail blade. Spyro's heart sank and his jaw dropped. No, he gasped in disbelief. You didn't. Oh, but I did. Melville began to surface again, and Leon's eyes began to shine an evil laugh, or evil yellow. Yeah, the Iron Guardians I'm not certain about, but your Black Dragoness I'm sure is quite dead by now. She tried so valiantly to save you, but... Spyro turned to Leon, seeing the Black Dragon skiing across the burned ground. Leon raised his head as Spyro charged forward. The purple dragon gave an agonized roar as he leaped into the air. Leon rolled to his side as Spyro stumped his paws down to the burning earth. Leon coughed hard as the dirt and ash filled his lungs. Spyro emerged from the cloud dust with eyes glowing white with hatred. His scales had turned darker than the night, and purple tusks of confetti were flowing from his nostrils and mouth. A genuine fear struck Leon for a brief second before Melville began to take over. Ah, there you are, he laughed. I should have known it would only take Cinder to bring out your true nature. Shut up, Dr. Spyro bellowed, the distortion in his voice giving him an even darker persona. He opened his jaws wide and hit Leon with the blast of convexity. The Black Dragon soared back and slammed into the wall of the crater. Dr. Spyro stood there at the hole in the wall as a dozen of rocks fell into the ground. Leon got and shook himself. Good shot, Melville sneered. Now it's my turn. Cinder and the other guardians stood on the beach of the island below Munition's Forge. They all stared up with wide eyes at the billowing smoke coming from the mouth of the volcano. Wow, Ken gulped nervously. She was beginning to feel somewhat lightheaded from the intense heat. You alright? Jim asked when she leaned against him for support. I think so, Ken nodded. I wish there was drinkable water around here. I think water's the least of your worries, Spark pointed out. Look! Further up on the side of the volcano, they could see wolves pacing along the edges. Those things are worse than the apes, I swear, Cinder hissed as black flames burst from her nostrils. Let's stay focused, everyone, Liam interrupted. We have a job to do. Now what do we do here, Cinder? You know this place better than any of us. Right. Cinder nodded and began to scratch a picture in the volcano rock that was a beach. Okay, we're here. She pointed to the spot on the volcano diagram. I'm not certain the Dark Master has Stella and Spyro together or not. But if not, then I'm certain he sees the pistol bud to hold at least Stella so he can keep Spyro isolated from any allies. The prisoners are here in the middle section of this volcano on the northern side. She tapped her talon on the diagram. We'll split into teams once we're inside. Flame, Ember, and Candace will go and try to find Stella. Tremor will come with me. If Melville is keeping Spyro separated, then I'm going to need Tremor's Earth Power to find him. You can count on me, Tremor nodded sternly. I know I can. Cinder smiled at him. It was then she noticed the worried and frightened look on Candace's face. They locked eyes and Cinder gave a sign of apology. We'll meet back here, Cinder continued, pointing to Cinder's chamber at the volcano. If you meet any heavy resistance after finding Stella, don't wait for us. She looked around the circle of faces. Do I make myself clear? Do not wait under any circumstances. Melville has the advantage in this place. We need to be smart about this. The others nodded. Alright then, let's get going. Hey, what about me? Sparks demanded. Do you really need to ask? Cinder rolled her eyes. You're going with Flame. You've been here before. They'll need your help and guidance. Oh. Sparks scratched his head sheepishly. I knew that. We're following Sparks. Flame raised a brow. Ember laughed nervously with the other guardians. We're doomed. Before the dagger of Dragonfly could say anything, a thunderous explosion rocked the island, and a bolt of confetti shot into the sky. The strike came from high up in the massive tower volcano. We have to hurry, Cinder called. She began to run towards the base of the burning mountain. We're running out of time.